Hello my friends and welcome to episode 10 of our Football Manager 2020 Let's Play with Queen's Park called Going Pro. Much better intro than last time, and we're starting off positive as we're going into League 1 next season. The board have decided to step the club up to fully professional. We'll probably be about the only professional club in that league, to be honest. That is obviously already agreed. The board have agreed to additional staff to hire. So if we go to staff, we'll see we're allowed one extra coach, always helpful. Reduction in scouts, bit confusing. Allowed a director of football, which we're already allowed, but we're now allowed a sports science. So we've gained a coach and a sports scientist at the cost of 2 scouts. Great. Absolutely perfect. Initial budget, 138k a week. 138k to spend on transfers. That is brilliant news. And 138k is what I was trying to say there. 31.5k per week in the wage budget, which will be very, very helpful. Obviously because we're going to full time. But as you can see, finances. We're currently spending £5,000 a week with a committed spend of 4,929. I've actually only done one thing since the end of the last episode, and that was to go to Heart and say to them, can we renew Cammy Logan's contract for next season, or renew his loan? So have a look at his progress. He's actually had pretty good progress, had a bit of a dip here, but my staff reckon that he is about, in fact that's Keith McKenzie, please tell me you're half decent at that, because I've went off that without looking, thinking it would just be Spears. Keith McKenzie. Who is Keith McKenzie? Are you a reserves coach? Staff, coaching team. Keith McKenzie, please tell me. 6-7. Okay. Let's go back to staff. Overview, coaching team. Gardner Spears, 8-7. So actually it's probably not going to be too much different. But as you can see, he rates him at around about championship level. So that would be a pretty good one. Gardner Spears, where do you rate him? Operating at League 1 level. Okay? So, they're all fairly good. But Keith McKenzie likes him. And they're not that much different in their judging, so it's probably about right. They reckon he would ask, we could probably afford to buy him, but not interested in joining at this time, although he does have wage demand, so a bit confused by that. But we've offered him a loan, see if they accept that. I would like to keep Serge Ataki. He is contract up at the end of the season, but as you see, fairly big wage demands just now. No compensation, currently operating at League 1 level according to Keith McKenzie. Gardner Spears also agrees with that. So fairly content with that. Team wise, now we're going to have a look at progress. Let's have a look at Farrell's in particular. Progress for Farrell, reasonable, down a little bit towards the end of the season. Jacko's Hegarty, you can see from his progress bar, it's been fairly consistent ups. No real blip for him. I think I might make him first choice goalkeeper next season. The report says he is at League 2 level, as is Farrell. Farrell might actually be up to League 1 now. No, he's still at League 2. But Hegarty has better potential. Basically, still got that 4.5 star potential, so it's probably about a championship goalkeeper long term. But that'll be okay for a backup in top flight. Benedictus is going to be interesting. He's going to drop down to third choice, I think, next year. We've got 2 defenders already coming in, as I've mentioned previously. In fact, let's have a look at contract expiry. So who's leaving? Logan leaves, or rather the free loans leave. Kyle Pryor guaranteed to leave. Adam Martin, John Tennant, who was a bit of a gamble anyway. Ewan Smith and Kenny Adamson. Everyone else renewed contract. I didn't think I renewed Mark Finlayson's contract, to be honest. £121 a week. Yeah, I might be selling him anyway. I genuinely didn't think I'd renewed his contract. Progress wise, who has made the biggest progress? Limboa, obviously, currently playing at... Where's your good player for most League 1 sides? That's Gardner Spears. Progress bar, it couldn't be better, to be honest. 1.5 star to 3 star. I don't think that's accurate, I really don't. Next up, Jack Purdue. We know how good he's been all season. Currently operating at League 1 level. It's absolutely immense. I cannot fault him. Other than that, I don't think there's anyone that's really stood out to me as, massively improved. In fact, I say that Regan Thompson has massively improved. Have a look at his progress bar. In fact, since January, huge improvements there. Gone from 3-star to 2.5-star to 3-star, but that's a pretty big jump. It's probably not far off 4-star. He's currently operating at League 1 level as well, so he's ready for the step up. So I don't feel that we need to make too many changes. We're going to go quickly through the youth intake that we had, because there was some really good ones. Where is youth intake? There we go. So we got Joshua Groves. In fact, I think every single one, apart from 3 or 4, I think, that were in our youth intake, because we actually had a pretty decent intake. There was a couple that were sort of just gambles. He is a goalkeeper. Looks okay. See how he develops, basically. Gareth York, he's one of the ones that's in the first team. Determination's actually reasonably good. Excuse me, but he is unambitious. He's getting trained by Kyle Benedictus, who is much better, basically. But hopefully he can develop. He's got 4.5-star potential, so similar. He is also English, which is quite interesting. Where's he from? Stockport and Severn. I'm not sure where that is, or Stourport or Severn. Lee Watson is an attacking midfielder, kind of just there to fill out numbers, to be honest. In fact, did I even give him a contract? No, I didn't. He's one of the ones I didn't give a contract. Pizanda, I did give him a contract. He's only 2.5-star potential, but again, just fill out the numbers. Plus, I thought it was kind of cool that we got a Swiss guy in the youth intakes. I thought that was really, really cool. John Kildan is the other one that is in the first team, getting some mentoring. He's got 5-star potential ability, but as you see, only 3 determination. He is up on a part-time contract already, because there was a couple of teams sniffing around him, so I got that deal done as soon as I physically could. Tom Fritsch, a German ball-winning midfielder. Again, interesting to see a German coming through. He's got 3.5-star potential. I think he's actually got stats built that he's going to be, like Alex Lowry was 3-star or something. But it was amazing because he had stats in the right place. If he can get that tackling and marking up, he will be pretty good. So we'll focus on that with him. Chris Hamilton, 4-star potential striker. Looks decent. I'm actually quite excited by him. He's got good determination, good off the ball, okay finishing composure, jumping reach is okay, balance is a bit of an issue, but as an advanced forward, but I think he can make something out of it. Where were we? Christian Ferreira, bizarrely Scottish with that name, 4-star potential midfielder. I believe I'm training him as a Mazelia, indeed I am. Where's he from? He's English as second nationality as well, which is interesting. Don't see many Ferreiras being Scottish and English. We've got Brian Hall, another centre back option. Again, he's there. It's a decent option. Poor determination though, but I've not promoted him because I'm not convinced that he's going to make it. Scott Miller comes in as well. He's another decent midfielder. Needs a bit of work training him as a Mazelia as well. Malcolm Mohammed is a left back. I'm tempted to train him more as a centre back, but he's got no jump and reach, because he can't go forward, and he's never going to play for me when he can't go forward. So we'll see how he develops as a full back, or a wing back rather, and if he doesn't, we'll switch him back to a centre back. Paul McDougall is in here again, right back, only on trial, so I didn't sign him. Tony Buchan in as a left winger. I'm retraining him straight away as an advanced playmaker in the middle, because if you have a look at the advanced inside, well, one, he's left footed, but two, if we have a look at his stats, they're not bad, but he can't finish. Whereas I think if we could retrain him as an advanced playmaker, a couple of holes, admittedly, but not a huge amount, I think we can make up for that, and he does have 4-star potential, good flair and whatnot, so hopefully he can make it. Alan Hall's only on trial. Richard Campbell, I think you're only on trial as well, and Brian McCormack, I remember you playing. I'm actually retraining you as an inside forward on the left on the right for some reason. Am I? No, I'm training you as a winger. Okay, I'm a bit confused. He maybe played out there a couple of times with the youth team, just balancing up the numbers. But there is a guy, I think it's Tony Buchan. No, it's not Tony Buchan. Was it the Swiss? Did I say the Swiss guy to retrain out there to stop that happening? I did indeed, I think. Yes, I did. The Swiss guy's not going to make it, let's be honest. Dynamics. Most of the team like us. Atake, Laboa, Sloobs and Wilson don't. Where's Moore? Because he literally just joined us. If he supports me already, that's a result. I don't see him. Wilson obviously on loan. Ataki obviously on loan. Would like to bring him back. Sloops and Leboa coming in. I genuinely do not see Craig Moore anywhere. Doesn't matter. Overview anyway. Excellent dressing room atmosphere. Good team cohesion. That will only go up. We're not making huge wholesale changes next season. Just sprinkle the team with a bit of quality and great managerial support. In fact, dressing room atmosphere could actually be perfect there. That is brilliant news for us. Staff-wise, we're probably going to make changes. I did bring in a new fitness coach. Was it a new fitness coach? No, it was youth coaches I brought in. And I brought a new assistant manager in, Craig Rory Fallon, who was an upgrade on the last guy. We can always get rid of him if we want a new guy. He is very, very experienced player in English lower leagues, or the football league should we call it, and he has had a spell as a player coach with Thuro as well. Finished off his career a few years ago at Dorchester. Who was the other guy that I brought in? It wasn't you. Do you know what? The easiest way to do is transfer history, staff. Head physio, that's what it was. Craig Reynolds came in, he was head physio, 17 for physiotherapy compared to Bobby Finlay, who had 10, and the previous head physio before that, who had 6. So, with consistent upgrades there. Rory Fallon comes in. Stephen Notman comes in as an under-18s coach. Decent, not great, but a former Berwick and Queen Park player, of course. In fact, he spent a lot of his career at Berwick, did Stephen Notman. And Dean Shields comes in again as an under-18s assistant manager this case. Again, not great, not bad, very experienced player down at this sort of level. So his first role in coaching. So for next season, we're going to go into assistant report, in fact squad depth, and we'll go by current ability. And we'll switch straight to Gardner Spears because he's the guy that I trust the most. I'd like to keep Serge Ataki. If we can do that, that's great. If not, try and bring in Ferreira, who would be, a more than reasonable alternate. We do need midfielders. I think, Regan Thompson, I'm fairly happy with. I'm fairly content to develop him. Linduran, I think, he's just too old. He's not going to hit that potential. To be honest, on £400 a week, I'd be fairly content just to let him see out his contract or to sell him. And bring in a couple of players for there. We need a backup ball winner, backup attacking midfielder. Maybe do some improvement on the left. Strikers I'm content with. In fact, I'd probably sell 1 or 2 to be honest. Be that Gallagher or Jamieson. I think most likely there. Right wing back, we need to replace Logan if we don't get that loan. Finlayson, let's be honest, he's not good enough. Problem with the right backs is there's not a huge amount of options. Centre backs, we've already got 2 coming in. I will show you them soon. And left back, we'll only have McCourt. So again, we need a left back, and I'm hoping for an upgrade there as well. Goalkeepers, Hegarty is going to take over the number 1 slot next year. I think his progress has been better. He's got, as I said, progress has been better is what I'm trying to say. He's younger, which means he's sort of more ahead of his development curve, and he's got more potential. So if we can get the most out of Hegarty, I think that makes sense. And we want to try and keep guys like Hegarty and Regan Thompson around, because they're not only the guys that have the best potential right now, but also the guys that are going to be homegrown when we get into the Premier League and whatnot. And hopefully, guys like that will help us out. So basically, the defenders that we've got coming in are, in fact, you can see I've offered Fraser a trial. Nathan Cooney, who my scouts rate ridiculously highly. I don't see it myself. Now they're rating him there as a right back. I'm not playing him as right back, I'm playing him as centre back, but he still has 4-star ability according to Luke Young. Which one's Luke Young? The wrong one, probably, but still good enough. And they're rating him at Ladbrokes League 1 level with a potential to be a Ladbrokes Premiership in the future, and at 18 would get homegrown status if that is correct. Overall, his jumping reach isn't great, but he's got good tackling, great positioning, good decisions, good concentration. Not the best teamwork. In fact, if we just bring you in here, central defender, in fact, ball playing central defender, highlight those stats. Composure, a bit of an issue. Bravery and anticipation, not the best. First touch, okay. Passing and marking could use a bit of work. We're not going to be asking him to mark anyone without working on that. I can't actually remember how much the contract is worth that we've offered him. £150 a week. Great. It doesn't tell us here. And then Daryl McGee, who is kind of the opposite. He's at the other end of his career. Decent determination. Not as quick, but again, highly rated by my staff, who actually rate him at the same sort of level as Benedictus, good League One. He is coming in on £300 a week. Wow, that's a big outlay. I think I've kind of fallen in on him, but he is left-footed, 7 passing, so he does prefer to play on the left. So it gives us 1 each side. Shoots from distance. You've got 5 long shots. Dives into tackles. Great. Tries long range passes. Brings the ball out of defence. So, that's a lot of traits actually. I'm not sure I like this deal in hindsight. I think I could have waited and got better. There is another centre back that I am looking at, but that will mean that guys like where is he? Stephen Black. Where are you, son? Stephen Black, who's on £150 a week, will be sold as well. He's currently at Highland Lowland League side, so getting rid of him is not going to be the worst thing in the world. In fact, do you have anything about big matches here? Nope. Nope. And mega. Nope. And consistent. That's good. Good timing. That's good. Nope. Right. Never mind. So that kind of fills out the defence. Defence is not going to be an issue. As I said, one other defender I'm looking at. So looking particularly at midfielders and depth. Really, our depth's going to be pretty much shot from this. If we go to League 2, who's coming down? So Forfar are in the playoffs. Montrose definitely coming down. Clyde, you might be professional actually. General, I think they're professional in game but not in real life, if I remember correctly with them. Where did it say? Loves the club, no. Profile? Professional, yeah, so they're professional. East Fife will definitely be semi. Stranraer will be semi. Dumbarton semi. Forfar, in case they stay, semi. Peterhead semi. Airdrie professional. Falkirk professional, obviously. Rafe going up with their professional. So we're looking at 2 other professional teams in the league. And that gives me hope, Stephen Boyd, your top goal scorer, for how do you look a big upgrade. I'm going to scout you. Even as a striker, you look a big upgrade. What does Harper look like? You don't look like such a big upgrade. Again, I'm going to scout you because why not? Aliroy, meh. Save Crichton, he's pretty good, isn't he? Or he used to be. He's 30 now. Not really got the pace anymore. But again, I'm going to scout you just to see what you've kind of got. No point in looking at the Rafe guys because, never going to get them. Andy Sterling, recognise your name. Did you play for Rangers at some point? I had you in the youth team. No. East Sterling, maybe. Actually, East Sterling would be about right. That'd be about the time that I played with East Sterling. Harper again. What's the goalkeepers look like? You're okay. You obviously won the league. You're pretty good. And Max Curry is decent as well. That's me just having a nosy. But, so we're going to have it. And again, who's coming down from the Championship? Morton, professional. So 3 and Dunfermline. So potentially 4 other professional teams actually. Slightly disappointed. Why couldn't Alloa be coming down? Because they're semi. Ayr are semi. No, Ayr are pro now. Arbroath is semi. Queen of the South might be. No. That's a lot of semi-professional teams that we could have had, and we've ended up getting 2 professionals. That's a shame. But, I'm fairly happy with this. So, Sean Lockhead. You used to play for Dundee United, didn't you? Yeah. And Rangers and Celtic. And Clyde and Dunfermline. It's only recently you've sort of broke through. Again, I'm going to scout you, because I'm sure I used to sign him on a FIFA when I played it back in the day. But, I'm fairly content with the squad. We're not going to make huge wholesale changes. A few adjustments here and there. see where it takes us. You know, just sprinkling quality on top of what we've got. Hopefully we can keep a hold of guys like Atake. I'm sure there's interest in Regan Thompson. In fact, there is indeed. From Hamilton and Ross County, we need to get that contract sorted sooner rather than later. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys would do here. Where would you kind of go signing wise, in terms of who would you sign and why? What positions? What positions do you think have been the worst, and who do you think has been our player of this season? Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.